Welcome back, everyone! This is Juranitis, bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 64, and we're going to start out today with a problem, because I've discovered I have a problem. Instead of telling you what this problem is, I will show you, because it's just easier to show. Nothing's working. So it turns out, last episode I had upgraded to Direwolf 21.3.1, I think it was. Anyway, there was a very large update to Britannia along with that, and there's a lot of things that happened there. One of the things that happened was that the overall amount of mana generated by the Kekamuras was increased a lot. So this setup that was working perfectly fine before the update was immediately broken by the update. And it was broken in a way that made it so everything stopped working. Basically, the Kekamuras were making so much more mana that the mana spreaders weren't able to spread it fast enough, and therefore the cake just kept spawning and spawning and spawning without getting eaten, and eventually it just spawned over all of the water. I know this is exactly what happened because when I found this problem, I reset everything and set it back to going again, and just left it sitting there while I watched a movie. And when I got done with the movie, it was back like this. It just doesn't. It continues to not function. The Kekamuras produce way more mana than they should. The other problem, well, not than they should, but than they used to. Okay, the other problem was that once these mana spreaders were filled up and these mana pools were filled up, they stopped shooting and therefore weren't even eating the cake at that point. So that causes a very large issue. So I was going to make this episode the remaking of this, but the remake of this actually isn't going to be that big a deal. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it off camera and come back and show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and destroy this whole bottom layer, and I'm going to put the mana pools down underneath, and then I'm going to build over top of all the spreaders and Kekamurases and make it so that it goes over top. I'm also going to shorten it by half. Instead of having a block in between each of these, I'm just going to put them all next to each other, and then they'll all be pointing down. And then, so a smaller area for cake to spawn in means less cakes, and therefore the Kekamuras can eat them faster. And then I'll put mana voids underneath each of the mana pools. That way, even if they get full, they will still continue to be shot at by the spreaders. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I might have a problem with the ritual now. It seems to have slowed down and even stopped sometimes. I'm going to try something, and when I rebuild this, I'm going to try something else, and we'll see if it works. And we'll just see how that goes. And then we'll get into some more advanced drone programming. So give me just a second, and I'm going to magically fix this. Alrighty, we're back, and we have it fixed. See? Instant! Magically fixed. That didn't take hours and hours of time. A little bit more compact. Seems to be working rather nicely. As you can see, the cakes are spawning in from the fire, and they're being eaten rather quickly. For some reason, this corner seems to not eat as fast as any of the other areas, and I don't know why that is, but it's fast enough. It's faster than the fire spreads. It's a close thing, but... And like I said, I've got the mana voids underneath each of these. I put this mana pool off to the side. I think I'm going to throw my Terra Shatterer on here and just leave it here. And I'll come back eventually, and it will be rank SSS times 56,000, whatever. I don't even know what the actual top ranking is. I think he actually added another one. Nope, just the SS rank. Okay, I thought there was an SSS rank now, but I would swear there is. I don't remember, though. In any case, I could leave that there. I'm probably not going to, just because I use it too much, but... and it is, like, my pick. But I can very easily just go make another one and I throw it on there and walk away, and it will forever work. So, excuse me. So the cake's being eaten. Okay, I was about to say, why isn't that thing shooting? But that's because there's no cake right there. So this thing has a mana void under it, and as you can see, it's filling up. But that's fine. When it gets full, all these bursts will just be instantly voided, so no big deal there. And of course, it's being shot over just like before with the Spark network. Now, the problem is that, as you can see, these are just sitting here. I added a second ritual of the Ritual of Magnetism and Ritual of Crusher, thinking that that would solve my problem, but it's not. It actually is leaving these, and nothing's happening, and it's very disappointing. So, I need a new way to break these, because, I mean, yes, it does technically get them, but it's really slowed down. What I believe happened was I believe that they changed it so the ritual doesn't constantly check underneath it to see if there's anything to be pulled up. I think that it checks underneath it, pulls up what's there, and then waits a certain amount of time before pulling up anything else again. That's my theory anyway. That seems to be the case. I mean, as you can see, like nothing has been sucked up this entire time I've been talking. Oh, there goes one. Now, the thing is, it's just the one. It's only this one that's doing work. Now, this one will work until it decides not to check anymore, and then it'll be idle for another long time, and then it'll start working on this one. But it doesn't. I thought maybe this one would work part of the time, and then this one would work part of the time, and between the two of them, it would constantly work. But that, unfortunately, is not the case. It's just not functional. So, what are we going to do about this? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use Pneumaticraft, because why not? So, give me just a second. I'm going to tear these rituals out. I'm going to grab the ender chests, because I'm going to use one of them. And we will go ahead and have some real fun with this. So, give me just a second to tear this down, grab a couple drones and the programmer. Be right back. Alright, gathered up some of my stuff, and this is most of what I'm going to need right here. And one thing I'm going to do, I just finished teaching my system how to make reinforced obsidian, which is witherproof from Ender.io. And I'm going to set my system to making this stuff. We're going to go ahead and craft ourselves, let's just say 30 of it. I think I should be able to make do with 30. We're going to do this now because, as you can see, it needs to craft 159 dark steel, and that takes quite a while. So I'm going to start this to processing now, and that's going to, yeah, these things are going to be busy for a while. And that'll be fine. So while it's working on doing that, we'll go back over here to the Quarry age and go ahead and get this set up. So this actually isn't going to be too big a thing to get going. I did something very similar to it, actually almost exactly the same other than the source of the mana, in my playthrough of Crash Off. Blast Landing. Yeah. I was making a joke, honey. And now all the people at home know it. So anyway, so we got the Hopper Hawk and the Ender Chest here, so this should then automatically collect the things, and yep, into the Ender Chest they go. Excellent. So this should now automatically take care of that. Plunk, plunk, plunk. Now the only thing is, I think one Hopper Hawk may not pick things up fast enough, as strange as that may sound. But anyway, let's go ahead and put a couple of things together real quick. The program is going to be very simple. It's actually going to be very, very simple. But first thing we want to do, let's see. That's going to be over there. Let's set this up right here. We're going to set this up to receive power. And we're going to put this on the receive end. And that should, yep, good. That gets power coming in there. And then we'll go ahead and set this up. I forgot the advanced PCBs. Oh, well, no, I guess I don't really, well, yeah, I forgot I need to set that up. Crud. I knew I was forgetting something, and I could not think of what it was. Anyway, so... oh, that's right, because power can only come in on the top of these. How quickly I forget my own things. I didn't bring any of the daggum pressure tubing with me either. Oh, did it... And the Hopper Hawk just picked it up. Ah! Hang on just a second. I got it. Okay. I forgot like 20 different things, and I had to run back and forth a bunch of times, but here it is, because reasons. I built it off camera because this is just exactly the same thing as it's underneath my Pneumaticraft area, and like I said, I forgot things multiple times, so it's actually good that I did this, or it would have been the rest of the episode of me running back and forth. But anyway, it's set up very similarly to like I said before. You got these three here that are going to be going. I have this thing set to a highest value of 15.1. Uh, the drones will only ever charge to 10, so I want just a little bit extra there for that reason. And I went ahead and put the dispenser upgrade and some speed upgrades in here. That way the drones will charge up faster. Well, a drone anyway. Anyway, so this should get up to 15, and then these should turn off, and then hopefully it won't go above 20. I had it set to 18, and with the speed upgrades in the compressors, oh, I lost those speed upgrades. That's why they're not glowing the same as these two. How annoying. I don't have very many more speed upgrades, so that was a very expensive thing to have happen. There we go. So anyway, so now we have a very simple program. I hope this is going to work. I decided to just use my bound pickaxe because I have it handy and it's eternal. So I activated it, and we have a start, import from inventory, the bound pickaxe, and then dig the area, but do not dig smooth stone. Okay? And it's actually a very simple program. We've now programmed the drone with it, and hopefully will now work. And it will not do smooth stone. Oh wow, he's quick too. Ha! I would almost be tempted to put more orchids out there, and it would be even faster, but I don't really want to overdo it too much. But this pretty much sets this up to be good. I don't need a second drone. And we're still making mana faster than we're using it. Oh, maybe not. This one's actually starting to go down. Alright, I'm going to hang out here and watch this for a few minutes and see how it does. When the drone runs low on pressure, he should automatically come over to the charging station to recharge himself. And I want to make sure that that's going to function. And once we do that, then we're going to go ahead and see how we're doing on our wither-proof blocks. And we're going to see if we can't use Pneumaticraft to build a wither spawning and killing machine, essentially. I want to build a wither farm using Pneumaticraft. So I'm going to watch this for a few minutes, and we'll come back and see if we can't build that. Oh, by the way, just one interesting side note. It looks like when the drone is using this, if we watch this for a second, when he breaks a block that can be fortuned, there, see, right there, 2 coal. Hang on a second, here, watch. Yep, see, look, multiple coal came out of that. So it looks like the fortune that is on the pickaxe that it's programmed in, that it's enchanted with, that fortune appears to apply. So this actually gives me fortune 3 along with the pickaxe. So we are now fortune 3ing this as well. So that's the coal, not so much, but you know, like diamonds and emeralds and stuff, very cool. Redstone, not so much. But still, very cool. We have fortune on it, and it does appear to work in that fashion. So, awesome. Alrighty, we're back over at the main base. Everything over there seems to be working rather nicely, I might add. I went ahead and told this thing to go ahead and finish out the stack just because I figured I'm actually going to need a little bit more. I decided to change exactly how I wanted to build this thing, so... and considering how much time is left in the episode, we will not have time enough to actually completely automate this. So we're going to try to get this to the point of having a witherproof room, having it set up, and then next episode we'll come back and do the actual advanced drone programming. I've noticed that there seems to be a rather decent lack. There seems to be a decidedly small number of videos explaining drone programming in detail, and I don't want to know. But I'm going to try to make that as well explained as possible. So one of the things we're going to need to do now that we have this, we're going to be running this over so the applied energistics system can work it. So we're going to need some more AE cable. I've only got 5. Let's make me 30 more. That should be safe to... Oh. Missing nether quartz. Okay, well, I don't want to go to the nether because that's troublesome. All right, so we need more nether quartz, and you know what? We can use Botania for this because why not? We're gonna go ahead and make a Conjuration Catalyst. Apparently I did not spell it right. Oh, I forgot the N. Oh my gosh. Whatever, conjure, there. The Conjuration Catalyst is used similarly to the Alchemy Catalyst. Let's see, what do I have in first? Okay, all I need is another Alchemy Catalyst. Excellent. I'm sure I don't have the brewing stands. Nice. The Conjuration Catalyst is used to multiply things that you already have some of. In this case, let's see, let's go with glowstone, which I know I don't have much of. Oh, I have 68 blocks of glowstone, but whatever. And specifically, we're going to be doing nether quartz. And I always put the S on the end. Oh yeah, I've only got 2 of that, so no big deal there. So this is what's going to be really cool. Let's take this over to the Botania section, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see, I'm going to need it to be underneath the pool that has the dominant spark on it, which is that one. And there. Good. Hey, give me my dirt back. Alright, the Conjuration Catalyst basically works on the premise that you give it one thing and it uses mana to multiply it. Okay, as you can see here, 1 glowstone equals 2 glowstone. See? Dropped 1, got 2 back. So I can just sit here and continuously drop this and multiply glowstone. So now that I've got 32, I'll drop the entire half stack and wind up with 64. So I'm using up mana to do this, but it's easier than going to the nether. And besides, it's not like I don't have a rather decent mana factory. Same thing with nether quartz. So we can just spend a bunch of mana here and just get ourselves all the nether quartz we could possibly want. See, isn't this cool? It's certainly a lot faster than going to the nether. Now, keep in mind, this is using up a lot of mana. I honestly don't care. It's just cool to watch it happen. I challenge anyone to make glowstone faster than this. Legitimately, anyway. I wonder how long it'll take before I completely wear out my mana supply. I don't know, that's probably enough. And I still have tons of mana left over. So yeah, I can actually automate this to where I can have it anytime the AE system reaches 1 nether quartz or 1... Well, actually, I can just make it so that it constantly keeps the glowstone and nether quartz in stock and just have it drop the stuff automatically into it. So I can make sure I never ever run out of this stuff ever again, as long as I keep the mana pool full anyway. So that's actually really cool. I really like that. And start. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. So anyway, enough of that. That was really cool and fun to watch, but we're gonna let it go now. So we're going to go ahead and build the wither killing station probably right here. I was going to kind of try to put it in line with this building right here, but it's really not going to be that big. I don't really need it to be this amazing thing. So I'm probably going to put it probably right here in this area, and we'll run this pathway over to it to make it look complete as well. But we're going to have to run the AE cable down underneath to build this room. So what we need to do, what I'm going to wind up doing is designing this very carefully. First thing I'm going to do is knock out a huge swath of land right here, and then spend some time putting it right back, because I didn't need it to be that big. But the wither required space, the wither is 4 blocks tall. No, the wither's 4 blocks tall, although it only takes 3 blocks of space to spawn him. So I need to make sure that the floor cannot be gotten out of, and also that it is at least 4 blocks tall interior and has an opening for the wither to get for me and something else to get in and out of. So what we're going to wind up doing is we're probably just going to go that's probably a good basis. I should probably go ahead and make it just a little bit bigger just to be safe. Alright, so yeah, that should give him space to be in there. Although, no, we're going to go ahead. We got to have a little bit more space. I don't want it to be too cramped in there. Maybe cutting a giant swath wasn't really quite accurate. Maybe I need to have it be this big. And I definitely need more of this hardened, reinforced obsidian because this is not going to hold. We're going to have to make this at least 4 blocks tall. We should probably make it 5 blocks tall just to be safe. And yeah, we're definitely going to need... I don't know why I was thinking a stack would be enough, but I was thinking a stack would be enough, and I am sorely mistaken. Yeah, this is not even going to be close. Okay, well, this is going to take a little bit more time. I'm going to have to go in there and tell the AE system to make me probably another stack of this stuff, realistically, because I need to be able to contain the wither inside this thing. This stuff is actually not too bad to make, but it takes quite a lot of time to make it, so that's kind of an inconvenience. And you know what? As long as I'm going to do it, I might as well go ahead and make it 4 wide. Alright, give me a minute to go ahead and tell the AE system to craft me some more reinforced obsidian. Unfortunately, this is going to take a bit of time. So, here, craft me another stack of this stuff. Yeah, 352 iron, 416 obsidian. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time. And so, yeah, I'll cut right here. And I'll go ahead and sleep through the night. And I'll tear this down and refit it. So give me just a second. Alrighty. Oh, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. But here are the finishing touches. And hooray. This took almost 3 stacks of the hardened the reinforced obsidian. I don't know why I can never think of that name. But it took almost 3 stacks. But now, to make sure that this is correct, we're going to summon a wither to make sure that this actually functions as I believe it shall. So, without further ado, I'm going to misplace blocks. Alright, so moment of truth. If this doesn't work, this is going to be a very, very big mess. Alright, I wonder if any sheep are going to die. Technically, that opening is going to let some of the explosion through. But in theory, he shouldn't be able to get out. None of the blocks should be destroyed. And, okay, well, that answers that. But other than that, it took care of it rather nicely. Okay, good. Well, that explains exactly where things are going to stay and what I need to worry about. And that's actually a very happy thing. I still have a little bit more reinforced obsidian making, and that's good. Because I'll use that to make it so that the explosion doesn't actually harm anything on the outside. Oh, shut up. I need to remember to already program the AE system. Thank you. Alright, cool. So that works. We'll need to put probably... Yeah, I'd say we probably need to put... Yeah, 2 blocks of reinforced obsidian right here should probably do the trick. I'll probably just go ahead and build out a 3x3 here, covering 9 blocks to make sure that the explosions can't get out. That seems like a wise thing to do in this case. But for now, here, you go away. And let's program the AE system. No, not 4. 3. And then, of course, the soul sand. Alright, so now we're going to do, in a processing pattern, 3 skulls and 4 obsidian, 4 soul. And that equals a nether star encode. Alright. And yes, I did it. I could have just put the 3 skulls and the 4 sand. It doesn't really matter. I just decided to do it that way because that's how you summon it, and I think it's funny. Alright, so then all I'm going to need now is an interface. And a chest. Wooden chest will be just fine. Alright, so I ran the cable while I was waiting. Because, by the way, making 3 stacks of this stuff, it's painful. Did I mention it's painful? Because it's painful. It takes forever to make this stuff. And 3 stacks of it, that's a bit much. I don't care who you are. Anyway, so here, now, 1 nether star is created with 3 wither skeleton skulls and 4 soul sand. So now, we should see this chest is empty. Let's go in here. I need to get a wireless system set up. I really do. Alright, so craft 1 nether star and start. Alright, now that it's done that, we should have the ingredients to summon a wither, dadgummit, out here. I really gotta get better doors. And booyah, there they are. Sweet. Excellent. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and put a couple item conduits. Oh, we're going to need a filter as well. That's it. I should have plenty of those. Sure, I'll take an advanced filter. Why not? Here. Oh, it's not configured. I thought it was. Oh, that's right. I went through and cleared all those. That's fine. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and set this up like this. This is going to be extract always active. And this one is going to be on insert. And this one is going to, on the extract, we're going to advanced item filter. And we are going to blacklist soul sand. And I would do the wither skeleton skulls, but they are already gone. So this way, anything that winds up in that chest will get sucked out and put into the AE system, except for, as I said, wither skeleton skulls and soul sand. And to test this, we're going to go ahead and put extract always active. Why? Because why not? Alright, fine. Here. I'll just do it this way. Alright, so if I were to command it to get me one. There. Now it's actually working. And the nether star goes in and gets pulled out into the AE system. Excellent. So that means the only other thing I need to do is I need to have it so that whatever's dropped here winds up in this chest. I think I'll just use another hopper hawk. As a matter of fact, I even have a hopper hawk I'm not using, so I don't even have to make another one. Bingo. Alright, so that pretty much takes care of the basics of this. Next episode, we're going to come back and we're going to do some advanced drone programming, and it's going to be fairly advanced stuff. Hopefully, I won't have any troubles. I've been doing some studying on it, and I think I have a pretty good general idea of how to program this. And I really like the drones. I have exactly 9 left. Oh no, we're still cooking. Yeah, we're still making. Oh boy. Anyway, so hopefully that's going to work out exactly the way I want it to. And now, just for fun and closing the episode, we're going to summon another wither and make sure that this explosion doesn't cause any problems. I need to make sure that the hopper hawk isn't uprooted, and I also need to make sure that there's no damage done elsewhere. Ow. Cool. No damage done outside. Hopper hawk satisfied. Or not destroyed anyway. So we'll just kill this guy real quick. Make sure that this thing picks up correctly. Dude, you really can't hit me, can you? Yeah. Whatever. Just die cool. So now, bingo, baby. Excellent. So now that I've ordered 2 withers, I've ordered 2 nether stars, and now I've gotten 2 nether stars through this. So it should no longer show that I'm crafting nether stars. Excellent. So yeah, that works. All right, cool. So next episode, we're going to come back. We're going to program the drones, and we're going to set up another charging station. I'll probably do that in between episodes. I'll go ahead and set up, I'll run power out through here, and I'll set up a charging station for the drones to run off of, just like I've done underneath the Pneumaticraft section, and just like I did earlier this episode for the Quarry, which is still running quickly. Very nice. And yeah, so that should be good to go. And we're going to program the drones to take stuff from this chest, summon the wither, kill the wither, and then do it again. And then we'll teach the AE system that I want to continuously have X number of nether stars always available. And that will be really cool, because then after that, we're going to go back into blood magic, and then we're going to use drones to play with blood magic. And I know, sounds interesting, doesn't it? But we'll have to get to that. That's going to be a couple episodes down the line. And then, gosh, there's still so much stuff we haven't even touched yet. But we'll have to get to that in time. So until next time, this is Jaronitis signing off on episode 64 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what we get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming!